Hey, so welcome to another weekly update. Today is the 28th of September, and in this video I'm gonna go through first what happened last week, and then my current positions, what I'm doing to get ready for next week, and maybe some ending thoughts. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below, and this video is delayed by 1 month. So let's go through what happened last week. Monday. Crypto market bloody red today. Gold sector gapping higher. So I'm clearly seeing the continued rotation, or not the real rotation, but leadership or leading sector, which is gold, and all the names below that. And this day the crypto market was double digits down pretty much, I think. And at the market open for me, VGZ took partials at 20R. So on Monday, oh wait, here, Monday, here. So yeah, up here in the open, it gapped up, so I took profits here. And this was up 20R, and then USAU, I did the same thing. But it's not up as much here on Monday, up 10R, but I took some profits here. Okay, then METC. I've been wanting to buy this with size, also why I took partials to be able to fill this risk. But I did not wait for 4-hour trigger. I bought pullback after 4 hours showed strength. So not my usual way to go. I'd rather wait for 4 hour to trigger after weekly range, but it's worth a shot. And I went with this instead of NB, since I picked CRML instead of MB. And also METC is at all-time high. So I wanna try some all-time high plays and see the difference versus plays inside of a bigger structure. It's actually my first all-time high play in portfolio, so that's interesting. I was talking about that most of my names are they are in an uptrend, but they still have noise to the left. Most of my names, or all my names actually. And METC is now the first name that I have that is all-time high, true all-time high. So I bought it premature, but then a few hours later, METC just triggered, so I got lucky on my pre-trigger buy. If stop holds, I got in with twice the size and my original setup would have allowed for. Soundhound added just something because I had it laying around in my account, and raised up to break even. So yeah. Bought it the first time in, where was it? Man, I barely remember. Not really sure where I bought it, but I think it was somewhere in here or here. Or here actually, no. Oh, here, of course, from here. Did not buy it here. No, I bought it here the first time. And then I just added some random size on this Monday here. So it was Thursday, Friday. Yeah, here I bought some more. Just dust. And next week, take a look at Swedish names. All right, I haven't done that yet, so I should probably take a second look at the Swedish names, but I'll do that later. See if there's anything of interest. Then on Tuesday, updated all stop losses. Some are the same with full position. Other is 50% stop loss at important pivots. Yes, yeah, so just staying true to my rule that add update protective stop losses, so you don't have a full account drawdown in case something bad happens. Where were we here? Monday, Tuesday. Portfolio inside day, some up slightly, some down, but sound is going higher. I left at 5 p.m. to skate dinner sauna with friends. When I left, everything was green. Looking now at market close, whole market had a bit of a pullback. Luckily, I am in leading names and they're still looking great. So yeah, I love that feeling when you see that the whole market is having a hard time and your names are just holding up really good. Sorry. Okay. You Amy, been stalking this for 7 months, always saying it hasn't given me a proper setup. Well, the setup came about 2 weeks ago, and scrolling down, I don't see any alarm or me mentioning you Amy, so either laziness, fully invested, focused on stupid day trades. I'm still doing fine with all my positions, but it hurts also feels like I didn't work hard enough. Also on Uami, I think I mentioned it in some of my video updates, saying something like, I wonder if this is going to continue leading or if it's already made its move. So it's my mind fighting with itself. But yeah, the setup was here, obviously, or in hindsight, obviously. But it could be another one here, we'll see. Yeah, I almost can't wait for the next little bear market to find all the setups in my watch list and document them, mark them on Nasdaq and chart and so on to have even more data, like I've already started here. And since I changed my approach, I have to redo all of these. I have captured a few of them in my Evernote database, but during a bear market, that's what I can do. You just go through these setups one by one and only choose the like $100 million plus setups, and just mark them and stash them in my database. Wednesday, down day, not much happening. USAU close below 10 day. Glad I took 10-hour profits. Gonna add alarm and add hard stop to full position if it wicks under. Because since I took my profits already, I didn't add the hard stop under the 10 day because that was pretty much the size I would have sold. So I added an alarm hoping for a wick comeback and then I would add a hard stop. But it actually came back without stopping me out, which was here on this day, on Wednesday. Close under here. Had my alarm, but it just came back, going higher now. Yeah, and also interesting experiment in the future, because I am holding a few names that trade less than $100 million weekly. Would it simply have been better to focus on the biggest ADR and volume gainers? So, like I said, USAU is trading way below 100 million. Same with the VGZ, and maybe I think the rest are trading above. Yeah. So, okay, so it's only two names, and they have done really good for me. I mean, I'm up 20R on VGZ, so we'll see. But then again, if I instead of this one, maybe I got into RGTI, then I'd be up 60R on this burst. And when did this go here? So pretty much at the same time. So yeah, that's my. I guess sometimes it's better to focus on smaller names, but I missed, like I said, RGTI for whatever reason, and 65R compared to 20R is a big difference. Okay, so Thursday, quite brutal gap down day today, almost whole market red. We'll see if it is gap down rally, all-time low in some altcoins. Now I'm talking about crypto. After so much sideways, seems like a final shakeout. So yeah, I was looking at maybe ICP, maybe this one. Not hitting all-time lows, but after this rally, you need lower, then this little final range, and now a final shakeout. So that just gives me a sign that we're getting closer to the reversal this autumn in small cap crypto. But many names are not there yet. There are, of course, a few names that are leading, but it's just a good sign to see if, for example, this name comes back above after the shake after such a long time. And yeah, in my gold names, since I took profits higher, I'm also looking at 20-day for both of these. But I would like to add partial stop loss before that. I'm not going to rush it this morning, but hoping for a shakeout rally and then add partial stop loss under. Yeah, my gold names are recovering really nice. Did not take out the lows. We'll see if it holds up. Hecla flagging like a beast. Yeah, maybe late this week. Could go for the next leg, perhaps. I mean, it's looking first base, second base, and now last base to maybe 16 or something like that. We'll see. Before a bigger consolidation. Oh, this one, ARG. NB is so strong compared to CRML. But also seen from history, MB goes first, but CRML pumps longer, maybe. Portfolio recovering really nice while market is trading under 10-day. Yeah, so while Nasdaq was trading under 10-day, my portfolio was holding above, so that's a really good sign. A few green here and there, but gold sector leading the bounce. Yeah, I could just easily scroll down my list here and see everything red, but then when it came to the gold sector, it's somewhere here, metals, and the whole list was pretty much green, so yeah, it's a clear sign which sector is leading. And then I said 25 minutes later, aggressive bounce. I'm so happy with my portfolio, acting really well. Just look at that recovery screenshot. Yeah, so here. Yeah, so this is the CRML 14%, LIU 10%, METC 5%. So it was looking really good, but there's more to that tomorrow or the next day. So I had this almost 15% candle in CRML, so I raised stop to low of the day because I thought, well, if it comes back now, then that's no good. So I just put a full position stop at the lows of that day because it was so aggressive. Then I got back later that day, market slammed down again, crypto getting slaughtered, portfolio gave back some gains, but still strong. And here also, I'm more and more starting to like the idea of going to 0.2 to 0.3% risk. I am seeing it over and over on my setup, getting 1.5 to 2% risk. You can basically still go 15-20% of portfolio on these. The stop loss don't hurt at all, but you're constantly making 20 to 40 R. Also got Reddit alarm lower, so glad I sold it. My intuition was right. Yeah, just when I sold Reddit on here somewhere, my final shares, I just got tired of it. But I think it's going to do something like this, you slowly grind higher, but then it's better to be in aggressive names. Or if you get a bullish week here, you can take it and go higher, perhaps. Friday. Was away 9 hours for a run/hike, just got back home, so I was completely destroyed. And yeah, here we go. CRML took out lows of previous day and stopped me out. A little whippy, so you can see it here. So this was the massive day. I mean, they had a 23% range with some nice volume, so I thought, oh well, this is just gonna consolidate here for 2 days and go higher, but then it actually came back and shook me out. Overall quite red today. Not gonna stress into new swing now. We'll take a fresh look during weekend checkup. 1812. I did scroll through lists trying to find something interesting, but I think the play next week is to get into flags on the quantum names, RGTI and IONQ, and other momentum plays. But these are pretty much only a big momentum plays that you can sort of even day trade because they have so much range and explosivity. What do you say? Explosivity? Explosive. Explosiveness. Or add back on my gold plays on new setup with raised stop loss. Yeah, just because I sold the CRML and now I had more capital to buy new positions. So I thought, okay, either I go into RGTI in maybe 3 days. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 to 4 days. So late this week, Thursday or Friday, could be an entry. Or I could also just maybe add back to Hecla if it gives me an entry. Or maybe not USAU, but VG said I could probably buy more because it's been so strong. So that was my thought at almost 6 p.m. And at around 7 p.m, leaving for the night, added order to buy back CRML because it came back a little bit. We'll see if it fills. Not really important. And then I got the alarm or the notification after 9 p.m. CRML order got filled. I thought a bit to myself if it was some sort of revenge entry, but I added stop, got taken out. My original stop was intact, and it closed above the 20 days. So just adding stop at lows again, and we'll see. Yeah, pretty much like I said, my original entry was here, this candle here. So that stop has not been taken out. So I added my stop here after this candle got taken out, but then I saw it came back here, so I thought, I'll add back the same size with the stop here. So just another try. I mean, it has insane potential if it holds up here. If it doesn't, you can just give me another inside week and I can buy it back higher. And then GRRR looking interesting. Yeah, super interesting. Looks very similar to NIU here. Kind of broke the first trend, and then it came back and made a small low handle here. So I'm hoping for this to, probably one more week, and then the week after that. Saturday, gonna review this week's video and upload it. And here we have another thing that I just found out that I'm testing now. Back testing, daily close instead of 4-hour close. Less stress and works even better. I checked through maybe 20 names of things that I've touched and maybe I missed. And I get an even tighter entry from the daily, or pretty much the same entry, but with less stress. There's no alarms during the day. You simply let the day play out, and then you get your alarms at the end of the day, and next day you can get into those high probability momentum plays. I'll start this week with update the system and see if I miss anything, but just doing a few back tests now and they work. Will be easier to keep track on triggers and see which are stronger and so on. No need for alarms during the market open. Holy shit if this works in the long run. Only need to update your stop limit order every 4 hours if there is something in play and doesn't trigger. No need to sit at a computer during market open making stressful decisions. So yeah, that's it's huge for me because I want to live a very free lifestyle. I don't want to spend time at the computer, so I've been trying to figure out a system where I can still get in on the super momentum plays, but not the original way that a lot of people do it. Catching 1 minute opening range highs, and that must be so stressful. And I've even tested it. I mean, sometimes even the 1 to 5 to 15 minute opening range high is worse than my daily close 4-hour entry. So yeah, I've seen so many names, like I wrote here, that I can still get 1.5 to 2.5% range risk, and that's basically a full position, 15-20%. With the now I'm doing 0.4, but I'm thinking of going 0.3. We'll see about that, but or 3.5, something like that. And then you're not worried about taking a stop loss because it doesn't really matter. It's such a small size. So you just take your stop and try over and over again. And then you get those 20, 40, 50, 100R plays. So that was that. And today, Sunday, reviewed and uploaded this week's video. Account slightly higher, updated risk. Actually, I saw wrong. It was the same because Friday came back down a bit. Running scans, trading view bugging out. Had to redo 3 times because sometimes when I add, like when I go to the screener here and I click to add all of these names, sometimes it just removes the names from my list because some of these names I already have on the list. I don't know why that happens. I had to do it 3 times. Super annoying. Ran through watchlist scanner, and there is a lot coming up. A lot of crypto names just waiting for tightness. Yeah, that's really good to see because gold is leading now, but I'm seeing the bubbles, the bubbling of the crypto names. So it's good to see that this is hopefully coming up in October, late October, early November. But it seems like we are mid-trend. Leaders already went. I'm sitting good so far. And I'm really only interested in flags coming up in RGTI and other quantum names. Added few alarms, but I think it's a waiting game for a few weeks. Yeah, because when I check through the list, I don't see anything that's like, immediately now. We have a few names like this one, I think, that could be a go in 1 or 2 weeks. But then again, most names already went. Bex and more. So I'm not gonna. Like I said, this is pretty much all the name that's looking good, but it's a few days to weeks away. So if anything, I'm mostly interested in buying a flag here to take maybe 50 to, I don't know how far it can go. Can it could double. It could double from here. So that's my only watch for next week. Okay. So yeah, like I said, still energy, lithium, mining, metal names showing up on scan. Sector still intact. Too much noise on watch list. So I changed my watch list scanner to, I had like 70 million before, so I raised it to 100 million plus and above 200 daily EMA and from 6 to 7% ADR. As the market climbs higher, no point in going for slower names. You can lower to 4 to 5% ADR after a multi-week to month pullback. Pretty much, yes. So that is what happened last week. Let's go through my current positions. Same as always, my good old Hekla. Like I said, I bought it on the EP and they've just been sold some on the way up and trailing the rest. I'm expecting one more leg before I take some harsh profits or big profits. ATRO, I love that. It had this massive candle. This was like 3 minutes it did this. Then it came back down, but it's just been grinding higher. And I think, I mean, after we clear this area again, yeah, there's no resistance left. So 56 to, 70 can be really nice. But again, I bought it on this day here. USAU is trailing it. Same here, waiting for a flag to perhaps add or is raised stop and trail it higher. Soundhound, it's a super hard pattern this time around, so we'll see. I'm holding it from the lows here with 4.7% risk, so a little bigger positions. Many of my names are 2 to 2.5% risk, and yeah. Leo, again, bought it on this day here, going higher. Metsi, I bought, I don't know if I said that in the list here, I probably did, but I bought it. My first all-time high name, we'll see if it holds up. And yeah, it was here where I said I trailed the 4 hour down, and then when, in this candle, I saw some reversal, so I bought it and raised the lows, or risked the lows, which worked, so 2.5% risk instead of the 4.4, so almost, not a double, but a bigger position. And CRML, like I said, is it a revenge entry? I don't know, but I just thought that it was unusual for this candle to be taken out. So I bought it back, risking the lows again. We'll see if it works. And ready for next week. Like I said, I'll go through only these names a little quick. All the quantum names. I'm looking for flags in all of these. So let's just add it here. Any more quantum? No, not really. So let's go through here. Waiting for this 2 weeks maybe. 1-2 weeks. Ampex, I missed it. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna buy it later, since then it's better to buy the mega leaders like RGTI. Oklo was, it came from within the stage 1 into the stage 2, very explosive. So the first true setup could be up here, but it's still gonna take 1 or 2 weeks. Heimcraft, mining, could be a nice double here, and it looks so far really decent if it tightens up here. And trying my new daily close here, we'll see if it works. Unless I see it looking super good, then I can buy it on the daily break. Because the faster flags you can almost buy on the daily break. Not sure here. Waiting for this one, because it's been holding up really nice. If you compare it to like Cecil, which completely died after this mega run. 600%, it's crazy. SEP, Health Tech, okay, China, but after QMMM, I'm willing to take China names. I was looking at this one here on this week, and on the video I said, this is the kind of name that can gap down 90%, but instead it went up 5,000% from this entry, and even with 15% stop loss, you still made 273 R potential. The potential, yeah. So that's why I'm watching SEP here, because it is flagging quite nice. Actually quite nice. And even if it's only quote-unquote gonna go to this line here that I drew, it's still quite a big move, almost a double. And it can overshoot into a double, so I'm just watching that. Laser came back in. I don't really like that. You just need another week to show me something more. TTMI also missed, but it's not really Tech Defense Electronics. Yeah, maybe. It's a slower name. And let's see what happens. Because now, for example, Leo is looking better compared to it. So I'm happy with that. Dave didn't really break out. It's kind of lagging the market, but it's, I mean, from the lows here, it's up almost 6,000%. Or was up. So 1 or 2 inside weeks here, and I could take it higher. NB, which I didn't take because I bought CRML, has been performing really nice. And here's what I'm talking about. Look at this 1.5% risk on this one here. With the daily candle close. Then you buy next day here. On this one. So it's up, it was up 41 R. Now it's sitting at 30 plus R. So that's now nothing. This one I'm just having here to compare it to CRML. See what happens. But other than that, I'm only looking at these quantum names, and out of these, I'm pretty much, I mean, look from the lows here, it did 100. From the lows here, it did 100. From the low, oh, this one held up better. 150. It held up better and made a bigger percentage move. So it's pretty much only RGTI that you should be playing. And then I wrote to myself, can be super fast, SMCI example, basically first or second 4-hour pullback, doesn't have to touch 10-day, yeah. So if the 4-hour, well, with the daily, comes back here and triggers once, maybe on the second time it can go. So I saw something similar in SMCI here. If you missed this flag here, you can buy it here. And you can see here how on the daily it barely looked like anything. But it actually went from there being super fast. So, and with these, I mean, with this risk, 50R potential, even, you know, 60, 70R potential. So it doesn't hurt to try even 5 times to nail it, especially with the, I mean, being the strongest stock. And the positions, yeah. So that's ready for next week. Ending thoughts. I'm really happy, again, I say it every time, but I'm really happy I got into the habit of doing these videos and strictly following the rules and updating. I really like it. And also like that the gold to crypto rotation is taking some time because, let's see, BTC to the S&P is bleeding now. Higher, 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 1 low. 2 low, 3 lows. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Or BTC to Nasdaq bleeding, falling actually, and BTC to gold is also falling. So there's no rush with crypto now for at least, you know, a month. I'd say, at least a month. But again, I'm excited to ride the gold names, and hopefully this one, the crypto names come back this autumn, early winter, and you can continue growing the account. That's my ending thoughts. Ask questions in the comments below, and remember that this video is delayed by 1 month. See you next time.